What's up, everybody? It's your girl Jay, and today is all about prom night. I'm having a prom for the main character of my basemental LP. So I thought it would be cool to do a tour of the prom night venue, show you some behind the scenes cast footage of me getting everybody ready for prom and putting them in gowns and formal wear, and then link some CC prom gowns in the description box for you. If you want to skip to the cast portion of the video, I usually have timestamps in each video. I'm also going to share with you my personal prom story from high school. And I also wanted to showcase Arnie's mod, the Luxe Lights mod, as well. You're going to see his lights sprinkled all around the venue, and I'll point them out to you. So if that sounds good to you, then stick around. But before we get into the good stuff, feel free to show some love downstairs by liking the video for me and comment down below anything you want for your chance to be featured in our gang shout out. Also subscribe if you already haven't, because we have a lot of fun on this channel if you can't already tell. Now let's get into the prom night behind the scenes video.
Buckle up for safety, motherfucker.
So these are the Sims that I made over for prom night. And I'm going to take you guys into CAS in a few minutes. But first I wanted to show you guys the venue that I downloaded for this prom night. So it doesn't look like much, but the context is that the main character of our basemental LP is in the hood. He grew up in the hood, and this is his high school. So right across the way, we have an auditorium / gym area where they're going to be hosting their prom. So it's not supposed to look like much because it is a poorer school district. So we have this venue listed as a nightclub because we are going to use a mod to actually go to prom. And I believe the only venues you can choose are like bars and nightclubs. So heading inside the prom venue, first we have these lights right here. These are part of Arnie's Luxe Lights. They are strip lights for the floor. So I just lined the prom entryway with them to give it a little bit of brightness. A red carpet with a very simple foyer. And through here we have prom night. We have some chairs here, auditorium style, I guess, if there's any events out on the floor. Here we have the Sims that we have made over today. If you're interested in the prom night gameplay, then check out Basemental episode 10. That is going to be the prom night, and you'll see the thumbnail. I'm gonna have it some type of, celebratory prom theme. But yeah, so if you guys want to actually watch the prom night play out and me play with the mod, the event mod by Kawaii Stacy, I believe. It's the memorable events. Then you'll have to catch that episode, and of course it will be linked here in a card somewhere. So over this way, we have a little photo area, a photo booth, if you will, for everyone to come take pictures. Then over here we have some floor lights that are also by Arnie in the Luxe Light set. Coming back around this way, we have some tables and some flowers and candles. And if it looks ghetto in here, guys, I'm telling you, it's supposed to look ghetto, all right? It's a ghetto prom. So we got tables, a dance floor, a DJ booth, more of Arnie's Luxe Lights here. A bar with a ball townie. I do have Basemental installed though, so they could actually get drunk off the bar. But I'm going to use my imagination and just say that they're spiking the drinks. You know how kids are these days. And that's about it. It does have a downstairs, a gym, and a locker room where all the bathrooms are located also over here. So it's nothing special, honestly, but it's exactly what we needed because they may do what they had in the budget type shit. Everybody came to serve looks nonetheless. They look so freaking good. The only thing you're gonna see is Camilla's dress was more like a bronzy goldish color in the cast footage, but I changed it because it was way too similar to Amber's dress that you'll see all the way down here. And if you're interested in any of these gowns, I'm going to do my best to link the CC from the cast footage in a post in the description box. So check the description for the outfits. Arnie also gave us these really awesome orb lights that I had to use. They look really cool. If you want to watch a little more in-depth video on Arnie's Luxe Lights, then I will link it once I review the actual kit pack itself. I just wanted to point out the cool lights we had for prom. So as I said before, this prom night is taking place in our basemental LP. Our main character of that series is about to graduate, and I decided to throw him a prom. And our first makeover is his best friend that he grew up with, Amber Parks. She recently expressed having a crush on him in a video, and nothing has really come of it because he sees her as a friend, but he does have that deep love for Amber. As you can see, she's freaking gorgeous. So who could blame him? Amber actually first appeared on my channel before Basemental was even a thing in my Woohoo for Addy video. I didn't want to put it in the title, but with the Basemental mod, you can exchange Woohoo for drugs and try to get money off your drugs by giving it up to your dealer. So I use Amber and another sim, Kiara, which you'll see in a little bit, in this Woohoo for Addy video, and they were my subjects. They went to the trap to try to score. So check that video out if you guys are at all interested. I'll link it in the card here. I feel like Cameron in our Basemental series has too many love interests and not enough time to get to know anybody because we're so focused on Basemental. Like, we're growing Bud in the first part of the series, and it's a little bit slow because Cam is a teenager and he's very restricted on what he can do. So after graduation and prom and him aging up into a young adult, we'll have a lot more options then. And if we can start selling other things, maybe we can get money faster and have more free time to actually socialize with all of these beautiful Sims that are crushing on Cam. Amber turned out looking absolutely gorgeous. Next up, we have Camilla Coleman, the main character from our Teen Mom series. So if she looks familiar and you've seen Teen Mom, that's why. Teen Mom was my first ever video on this channel, and as it progressed over the course of 2 years, I kind of lost sight of the meaning behind the LP, and I lost the fun in the LP, if that makes any sense. After 2 years of playing the same storyline on and off, things get stale. Plus, I learned so much since I started the LP, and I bought so many more packs, so a lot of the builds that I had first installed in the Teen Mom world were incomplete. And so it was just a very messy save, I feel. So I thought I could do better. And like I said, over time, it kind of just got old, especially because the episodes were kind of all over the place too. I wasn't really sure how to do an LP, and it was my first and only LP until Basemental came out. But I really loved Camilla's storyline. It was freaking funny and wild, and I wanted to keep her around and keep her memory alive. So I decided to bring her on into the Basemental LP and have her kind of just be like a background character that pops in here and there, you know. Who knows, maybe one day she could be a booty call for Cam because she is gorgeous and they seem to kind of get along and stuff. So I wanted her story to kind of intertwine with the Basemental LP so that way you guys who were following along with Teen Mom can still see Camilla and know her story and what's going on with her. Even though we haven't really showcased much about her, I do want Cam to get to know her a little bit so that way she could get her screen time in the LP, you know? Also, I am linking CC as I go, and I'm realizing that not everything that I used on the final looks are downloadable. Some of them I can't find, so keep in mind that the post that I'm linking in my description is going to have the links to some of the CC and not all of it. So if you see something you really like and I don't have it there, I apologize. I was really debating on Camilla's hair, but I'm really happy with this ponytail choice. I love it. It's beautiful, luscious, and I think she looks so good. The color of her dress complemented her skin so well, but I do feel like it was too close to Amber's dress color. And Amber is more in the LP than Camilla, so I decided to make Camilla's pink. And since we're on the subject of teen moms, next we have Kiara Monet. Kiara is also from my Woohoo for Addy video, and she's the one who actually tries to sleep with the dealer to get the free drugs. She's a wild child for sure, and somehow she ended up pregnant. But you know what? I'm gonna let it rock because it totally goes with her character. I wanted Kiara to be one of those girls who just does anything for attention, like a pick-me girl, a girl who will do anything for affection, including sexual favors. And over time, eventually she would get hooked on some of the stuff from Basemental and become the person that she was in the Woohoo for Addie video. So I do have a storyline and a kind of like a life path for Kiara because of that video. But like I said, I made that video first. So I just worked her and Amber into the series because I thought they were kind of relevant. So eventually I want Kiara to become one of Cam's best customers because she got to get hooked somehow. She's also the only one who's not really in prom attire. She looks like she's going out to the club pregnant as hell on some knocked up shit. But don't judge her, okay? She just likes to be sexy. She likes showing her body, and baby bump or not, she gonna look good, okay? That's just the type of bitch Kiara is. Yeah, she's looking fine. That's just my baby mama. That's just my baby mama. But yeah, anyways, that's Kiara's look. I couldn't find Kiara's hair, so you're not gonna find that in the links. I'm so sorry. I tried, but couldn't find it. Now I wanted to take a break from the beautiful ladies and show you a couple of guy makeovers. This is Terrence, or we're gonna call him T-Dog. Cameron met him at the 7-Eleven and they hit it off, so I decided to put him in this too. I was thinking because they had like that organic connection, just meeting randomly in the game, that maybe T-Dog could become one of Cam's right hands and one of his besties, you know? Originally, I downloaded a group of guys to put on a basketball team. And I put the same CC basketball outfit and the same sneakers on each and every one of them. And you're gonna see that in the next guy that I do because he's also on the basketball team. But I realized that Cam doesn't really have much male friends. Like, he only hangs out with pretty bad bitches. And older gangster drug dealer friends. Like, he didn't have any friends his age in high school. So I had to make him some guy friends and introduce him to people because I'm like, damn, who's gonna come to the prom? Like, nobody. And that's another reason why I need to think about him having close friends and basically getting a crew together, because eventually with Basemental gangs, we're gonna need to recruit some boys to have our back. You know, they gotta be loyal as hell. The next person that we have is DeMarcus. He is also on the basketball team and he is so handsome. Okay, I want to use him and abuse. No, I'm just kidding. I want to use him in other saves because he is just fine as heck. Again, I downloaded this family. I might have tweaked them just a little bit, but I'm not that great at creating sims, so I'm always downloading sims. If you guys have a popping gallery, please share it with me down below. Anytime someone gives me their origin, I follow it because I suck at building, creating, decorating, styling, all of it. Anything that involves creativity, I'm poop at, okay? I try so hard, but my mind is just not visual that way. It doesn't stop me from trying to be artistic. I'm just not great at creating something out of nothing, you know? Anyway, let me stop simping over a damn sim and let's move on to Miranda. Let me just start by saying that I love the way Miranda came out. Her dress and her whole style is just chef's kiss. I tried to make her style on the gothic side, so I tried to stick with that theme. And I wanted to put her in some all black gowns because I had seen a few cute ones when I was doing the other sims. Oh, she looking thick. I'm not gonna lie. I love the way she came out. She is super, super cute. And I like the dark gothic style theme. So that's honestly why I'd be styling Miranda like that, because I personally love the style. And I'm trying my best to be diverse and trying not to make the same sim over and over again, you know? So funny story about Miranda, okay? She actually died from cardiac explosion in the last episode of Basemental. And I was gonna go with it, but then at the last minute, I decided not to. Like, I just wanted her around. I wasn't ready to let her go yet, you know? I mean, people die every day, B, especially in the projects in the hood, but I wasn't ready for it to be Miranda. I thought about it long and hard, but I decided to revive her and her character shall live on. I guess that's like a little Easter egg for anybody who watches Basemental. Miranda died and came back to life, okay? I think Miranda came out super, super hot, if I do say so myself. She looks bad as hell. And the hair that I ended up choosing, I feel like that's one of my go-to hairs. I absolutely adore this hair. Next, we have the twins. So first we're gonna do Josephine. Josephine is Cam's homegirl. They get along great, and she introduced him to Justine, the sister, who we're about to make over next. But I'm gonna finally get to telling y'all about my prom story, okay? So I was kind of a rebel. No, let me stop. I don't know how to explain the way that I was in school, but I just wasn't about it. I just didn't like the environment whatsoever. So I was kind of a rebel in the sense that I was against it all. At first I was all about it. I thought high school was gonna be like the movies, but it wasn't. It was pretty ghetto. And I was like, nah, chill. So I just stopped going at one point. And I was a smart kid. I just hated going. And I know now that I hate institutionalized learning, and just sitting at a desk all day does not work because I have an ADD ass brain, and yeah, it's just not it. I don't learn well that way. I don't know, that's who I was, angsty teenager. And I didn't want to go to prom. My mother is the one who convinced me to go because she kept telling me that I was going to regret not making those memories. And my mom purchased my tickets, and my boyfriend at the time was long distance, and he ended up bailing on me last minute, so I had to go by myself. And thankfully, I had an awesome group of friends who were also like me in the sense of like, fuck school, fuck the institutions, fuck the hierarchy, you know? So anyways, we decided to throw a party the same night as prom, and we were gonna invite our friends, and a lot of them were either graduated or they never even like went to the school or lived in the town or whatever, or dropouts and couldn't go to prom. We were like major party people back then. We decided to throw a prom after party for ourselves because we knew that prom was gonna be bullshit basically. But I did want to go because I kept hearing my mom in my ear saying, you're gonna regret not going. Like for part 2. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to comment on how hot Josephine came out. She's looking bad as hell. Scrumdiddlyumptious. But Josephine is Cam's homegirl, as I said. It's her sister, Justine, that has Cam goo goo gaga. I downloaded them off the gallery at some point and altered them a bit, and I've been using them randomly in different scenarios and videos, and you can catch them in one of my CC showcases that I will try to link also. They're just so freaking gorgeous that I had to put them in Basemental because I was like, one of these gotta be Cam's baby mama. Like, these bitches is bad. If you guys are interested in downloading beautiful Sims, Ciara the Simmer, I'll link her in the description post that I put. Also, I'll have a little section, but she makes the most beautiful Sims. Like, she is popping, alright? And I think I mentioned her in my 11 YouTubers I obsess over. Her Let's Plays are just so detailed and so realistic and intricate, and she just be thinking of everything, I feel. Check out Ciara the Simmer's origin, and like I said, I will link her in the post below. But yeah, Justine actually took Cameron's virginity in the last episode of Basemental with the help of Ahmad. I don't know if it was Wicked Winds or something, but Justine randomly propositioned woohoo to Cam, and they went and did it in the stairwell of the school. On some shit, man. Like, back in high school, we used to hear about some crazy that went down in bathrooms and hallways. There was like a balcony loft thing above the stage in my auditorium, and they called it something like the heavens or the something like that, and people used to go hook up there. It was freaking wild. But back to my prom story. So my close friend who graduated with me and his date, which was also my friend, but she was an underclassman at the time, we went together and we met up. We took prom pictures and we headed off to prom, and we stood for maybe like an hour if that. We got there super late, and we had already taken prom pictures at my friend's house with our moms. So we just went right in, said hello to some people, and went right to the table and ate our food. Like, as soon as we got there, we got served food, and that's really what I was looking forward to was the food. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like I paid so much for this damn prom ticket. I'm gonna get my plate of food, you know what I'm saying? After that, we stood for a little bit, and there was like a DJ and a dance floor, and everyone was lit and having a great time. I'm not gonna shit on the prom. Everyone was having a blast. So yeah, we ended up bouncing out and going to our after party, where I had an after party dress. It was nice and comfortable, and I could move around in it, so I did an outfit change. Oh yeah, and I also had after party sandals. You already know, ya tu sabe. We chilled, we partied, we danced. Back then, I only smoked weed. I didn't drink as a minor. I only started drinking after I turned 18. So yeah, it's not a crazy story, but it was a really fun night after we left prom. Okay, our after party was popping. I'm not gonna shit on the prom because, like I said, people were lit. It just wasn't really my thing. I love the way Justine came out. She is beautiful as always. She looks like a princess. She is definitely looking prom queen worthy, if you ask me. But that's just me being biased. So this is a Noah. I just randomly plucked Noah out of the nowhere and decided to age him down as a teen to have more guys, because I feel like Cam only knows girls, so I needed more guys. So Noah was the lucky bastard who is now added to a basemental episode. So I don't know if Noah will become somebody in the series one day, but yes, this is Noah. Meet Noah. Everyone in the class say hello to Noah. I made him dress very dapper, and he's the only one in a tuxedo, and he looks super suave as fuck. Next up, we have Lindsay. Lindsay was in an episode where she threw a party and Cam went to her big ass house and was floating in her big pool in the middle of the night, just listening to crickets and thinking to himself like, wow, I can have this life. Like, this is actually possible and attainable if I just work really, really hard and get to the top. Because, you know, he lives in the projects and the slums, and he's never really experienced that before. All he's ever known is poverty, because his mom, Victoria, is whacked out in the head and isn't very good at taking care of him and providing for him. Like, she lives and survives off of government checks solely. Now, because I feel like Victoria has had kind of a past, if you ask me. As I finish up Lindsay's makeover, I'm going to wrap up the video here. Also, remember, the links for everything that I'm talking about are going to be in the post in the description box. Again, some CC is going to be missing. I couldn't find it all, and for that, I apologize. I really hope you enjoyed today's prom night behind the scenes video. Again, if you guys want to watch the actual prom gameplay, where I use Kawaii Stacy's memorable events mod to play an actual realistic prom playthrough, then check out my basemental LP. Episode 10 is going to be the prom night. Again, linked in the post below. Lindsay's dress actually wasn't CC. I was looking everywhere for where the file was, and then I went to double check her in CAS and realized that this is not a CC dress. It is a regular game dress. I don't know if it's base game, but it's not custom content. And you know what's funny is that this dress actually looks like what my prom dress looks like. My prom dress was short and not necessarily sequined. It was more so like glitter sheer lace over a turquoise fabric. I really love like turquoise color schemes, like just turquoise in general, or any type of bluish green like that. It hits, bruh. Also, videos that I mentioned today, like the Woohoo for Addie, the Arnie's Lux Lights review, all that stuff will be in that post, okay? Everything is gonna be in the post linked in the description box, so check it out and show some love downstairs if you'd like by liking the video for me, and subscribe to become part of the gang, because we have a lot of fun on this channel if you can't already tell. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for me today. Peace and love.